Welcome back, everyone, to the second episode of Golden Gulch. And in today's episode, we are going to be, for right now, finishing up our main village area. But later on, we will be adding on again. And the reason why I can say that is because I already have 4 episodes of time lapse done. Um, I'm going to be recording 5 very soon. And I really am hitting it hard with this park. I really am into this theme and I got so many ideas for it. I have this park planned out, and there's more ideas keep coming to me, and so um, it's actually taking so much longer than I thought it was gonna do to make this area. To be frank, I actually planned on this area being 1 episode instead of 2 parts, I guess you would say. Um, I was planning on finishing the end of this episode was going to be the end of the first episode. Within that episode would have been 40 minutes, and that's just way too long. This episode is actually less than the first one. It's only about 16 minutes. But the episode length of these episodes is actually what I wanted to talk to you guys about a little bit. If you guys are thinking that these episodes are a bit too long and you want them a bit shorter, I can do that, and I can maybe make the episodes more recent, like maybe 2 times a week for Golden Gulch. Still keeping in the Parkitect episodes as well, and that would make my life easier a little bit for commentating. So I only have to do a little bit at a time, but I do have to do about the same amount no matter what. So it's all what you guys like. I think that these longer episodes are going to be are better just because you get more and you get to see more things done. But if you guys do want to see smaller episodes, I can definitely do that. Not for the first 4 episodes that I have, maybe even 5, because they're basically done, and I've put a lot of work into them. So I'm gonna go with it for right now. But later on, I can definitely do that. But that is just something I wanted to say. I've been working on this park nonstop though, and It's been looking very well, or very good, I should say. But going into the time lapse right now, we are making our second building, but the first building is actually a church, and this building. Off camera, I've been doing some detailing to buildings as well, but that building is actually gonna be a first aid building, and with that building, it's gonna have just the first aid building, I guess you would say. Nothing really else to it. And then the sheriff's office is gonna, which we're making right now with the purple and blue, or oh my gosh, I'm colorblind. Purple and wood. It's gonna be the staff building, so people cannot enter there. Only staff can. But I have been actually moving some things around. Well, I haven't yet, but I want to in the 5th episode, if that's the episode that I'm doing it on. But there's gonna be like different. I'm gonna be adding to the village, so technically this is not the end of the village. So that's kind of sad, but we're gonna end that off in like 6 episodes, I would think. It is taking so long to make all of these different buildings. It takes about like 20 minutes per, and then when I start doing some ride queues, it just takes even longer since they're so much bigger, and then you have to put detail inside of them so that the people are satisfied in the queue. So you'll see that going on in the next building we make, actually. But I'm just doing these as like a consistent thing with the trees going down the pathing. But here we are. We're going to start with our queue to the very first ride in Golden Gulch, which is the queue is going to be based in a stable, and the ride is called the Hyper Spin, I believe, in Planet Coaster. It's just recolored to meet the theming needs, and you have probably seen that on the thumbnail already, and you probably knew that the first ride was coming from the thumbnail as well. But I really like this ride as a whole. It's pretty fun. It's like a carnival ride actually, but I had trouble making this queue building. It just wasn't working out right. I don't know why. So I had to like rebuild this like 3 times, and it was really annoying. But I did it, and I like it how it came out. It's stable theme, so there's gonna be some light theming. Um, so we actually named this ride. I named this ride. I know I want to keep this series interactive with you guys. Let you guys name some of these rides yourselves, and that'll come in more with like coasters and bigger rides. But this ride, I just it was already just kind of stood out to me. But since it's themed in like a stable area, I just called it Rodeo. And sorry for that big cut that you probably just heard there, if you didn't, thank God. But my microphone cut out on me, so I only kind of just had to stop there, and I'll just continue from there. So the reason why it's called rodeo is like you know how you in some spaces you or like restaurants, they have the bull riding simulator, and I figured that's something that would be like a children's ride, but like not you couldn't get hurt in it. It's just kind of something fun to do, and I guess it kind of fits with a stable theme of like horses. I know rodeos are more with bulls, but it can also be with horses. Then again, I'm not from like Texas or anything, so I really don't know for sure. Um, but there we go. There, that is basically the background of it. It's a stable, and then also with this queue you're seeing right now, I am putting in the priority pass. I call them fast lanes, but that is actually going to be incorporated into this park. It is something that I didn't do in the boardwalk park, just because I don't think that boardwalks have fast lanes, or they wouldn't. But I put information desks in that boardwalk park, and when I ran the park, it actually the people running the information desks were like really bored and weren't getting enough business. So I decided, since this is going to be a pretty big or bigger park than the boardwalk, I said let's just go and put in the what you call it, fast lane or priority pass, whatever you guys like to call them. Um, so that is why I put that in there. And actually, I just noticed that I'm going to have to go back and do some priority pass for what we're going to start after this building. So you'll see that in a second. But and I'll talk about that a little bit more. But right now we are doing the stable theming, and I put up some hay on the bottom in the first area with some pitchforks, and then we got the hanging lamps and a little loft area with some tools on it. I think there's going to be tools on it. There's the pitchforks. So and then in the back area we got a pile of barrel wheels, just a bunch of wheels, and some ladders. Well, that's in the first part, but and then I found this anvil and I put it back in. So there's just a bunch of theming going in right now. I'm trying to get it themed to a stable, I guess you would say. And then I've actually put an animatronic in for the theming here. Just something for people to look at, maybe even take a picture with. But we are almost done with this building as a whole. So right now we're going to be doing, or we're about to start the custom fencing that's going to go around this to make sure people are safe. So while that is happening, I will send you guys to a little bit of a music session. Okay, so we have finished off the very first ride in this park. It is officially done. I seriously doubt I'm gonna go back to it and make corrections to it. But now we are gonna be working on the beginning section to two different queues. And I actually forgot to put in the priority pass while making this. So I'm actually gonna put the priority pass right behind the building where the two split. But they are both going to be the intertwined rides. As I said, there was going to be, I think I said it was going to be a coaster and a log flume. I won't reveal what type of coaster. You guys can. I'll keep you guys guessing. You guys will definitely see in the next episode what it is going to be, though. But the theming for this building, it is a bit different. It's brick instead of wood. The only other different type of building that is in this park so far is the um, bank, which is a more of a concrete style, and I like this one. It just kind of pops, and it's an entrance to a big two big rides, so I think it's meant to pop. So here it is. We're finishing the roof right now, and we're actually gonna do a bunch of interior decoration for this, and I'll give you guys a little bit more of the backstory as we go on, but right now we're just doing the exterior work. We're gonna move into the interior right after this with some interior paneling that I found in the spooky pack actually, and something while we're on that topic, the Planet Coaster at the time of this recording, the announcement of the Ghostbusters pack is pretty recent, so I am very excited for that, and it will actually play a good role when this park is done because I plan, this is not going to be for a very long time, but I want to do a Studios Park after this park, and I'm already thinking all the way into the future like that, but yes, I want to do a Studios Park after this, and those two pack or that pack and then the what is it? The Back to the Future pack would be very beneficial for those two movie coasters, bang or movie rides, I should say, right out of the blue. So there is that, and we have just finished the interior of the building. So now we're doing some more exterior work. About to put the sign on to the building, and this is not going to reveal what the coaster name is and what the log flume name is. I am still going to leave that up to you guys. And so the theming, or the name, I should say, is called Golden Co Jewels. And so that gives a little bit of theming about the two rides. They're going to be intertwined very closely, but it's basically going to be a jewelry themed ride where you are going into the mountain and you are going to be looking for jewels, and they I really am excited for this ride. But if you guys have any names already, I know you haven't seen the coaster or log flume, but if anything sparks from Golden Code Jewels or anything we do to the interior of this, make sure to look at that. And I don't know if you guys are seeing the screen as black as I am, but I believe right now we are starting on the little boxes that hold the jewels, and I used some of the adventure pieces, some glass, and then a bunch of basic shapes to do that. Um, I just really, it wasn't too hard. I just made a box, and you probably have seen this, and then put some glass above it, and then put a bunch of basic shapes just kind of poking out of the little panel that I put, and I really like how this came. Oh, and there's my screen back, so I can see what is happening. So there's the bottom right there, and then I have basic shapes gonna be popping out, a bunch of different colors: red, blue, green, purple. Um, some gonna look like those are just kind of little charms, I guess. I don't know. They don't really have a specific thing to them, but something I did incorporate into this build was the theme maker's toolkit, and I'd actually looked for some jewels on it and I didn't find any. So I did use something for the next part though, and that is the cash registers, and that's going to be in the big middle section between the two queues, and I'm about to move that once I copy this over. Um, and I got the cash registers from Geekism um, on his toolkit page, whatever you call it, the Steam Workshop, and they are awesome. And I think it really just kind of fit the theme, so I went with that. They kind of look older, and that's basically the end of the episode. So if you guys enjoyed this, make sure to tune in next week. If you haven't seen the first episode, make sure to see that or look at that as well. Link is in the description, and I'll see you guys next time on in Golden Gulch. But also in Parkitect, hopefully, if you guys like that as well. But there's the cash registers. Don't they look awesome in this scenario? But see you guys later. Bye.